Так, ну что ж, продолжаем проходить.
Miss Castoris, my lord, you're back.
Hello. We have an important matter to discuss with Lady Aglaya. May we...
My apologies, Miss Castoris. Lady Aglaya has just informed me.
That's just great. Answer me this, friend. Did Aglaya order you to take me directly to...
Please don't jest. It's possible that she really is busy. Let's wait here.
It's fortunate we don't have to confront that woman while I'm hauling around this sick body. Castoris, and this friend I haven't gotten the chance to know, that Titan made a myriad of adjustments on their own. My head still aches from that.
Please be careful. Akuma isn't the grove.
Is covered by her golden threads. I know. Don't worry. As I said before.
Mister, so many unexpected things happened on our journey to the grove. We truly had no intention. The Black Tide is not just an enemy of Akuma, but all of Amphorius. Even Negador's core flame now sits vacant, and the Black Tide has returned. The Grove is an academic city where the trial of strife is imminent. I pray Mighty will be... Lady Tribbi once traveled across thousands of cities in Amphorius to repel the Black Tide. But as for me, I detected a strong stench of death from that entity. Speaking of Thanatos, Mister, you must have an idea of the curse I bear by now. I was born as... Yet when you caught me in the grove, I'm curious why you weren't affected by my power. My apologies for the abrupt question. For all my life, I've always wondered... Mister, you must be tired after being on the move these past few days. Please set aside the tragedy at the grove.
What's wrong? Is there trouble at the...
Yes, I sensed something. It was fleeting, but very... Trian used the Century Gate again.
Can you see what's actually happening?
No, it's fuzzy like always. But the enemy's aura...
Let's hope that it's just a false alarm. We should place our trust in him and Castorus, teacher. They will keep Trian safe.
Peggy, you're talking like we're little. One day, Trian will reach her limit. And Tribby will take on the role of... I am just... a little... concerned about her state of mind. Really want to say a proper goodbye at the very least.
I will pray with you.
Thanks. And Aggie, it looks like we will need... It feels like night... It's time to head out with the west wind!
All right.
Here's really hot and heavy. Has it always been like this? Is someone injured? What?
Watch out! Watch out! Further Kremnoan.
Peggy, now's not the time to dwell on... Excuse me, coming through. Oh, you two are here as well. That's even the Twilight Courtyard is involved? What?
I actually just came to relax. But as soon as I've examined them, and they don't seem to be seriously ill. If
Multiple individuals fainting simultaneously from the hot pool steam?
he disappeared, and no one knows where he's gone to.
Let these people rest. The two of you.
Have you thought of something, Aggie?
Yes. While their intentions elude me.
What's going on?
Snowy! Even snow...
The culprit is my...
Dee, what did you do to...
It's just another duel where
Duel?
As I expected. On the surface, these two are the mightiest warriors in the Holy City. But they're still impulsive youths at heart. Speak up, Mighty. Tell us exactly what kind of foolishness you and Fine...
Am I seeing things? Is the magnificent deliverer finally deigning?
Nothing. I was just imitating your usual response. I don't feel anything special from you. Have you passed the demigod trial?
The ritual hasn't reopened yet. In case you forgot, it hasn't been that long.
I didn't forget.
Then, you're welcome.
In twilight's last gleam, Makima stands bold, dreaming of her fruitful gardens. Pilgrims arrive from distant, yet little do they know that they will step into flames, fuel to the fire.
What are you playing at this time?
I just felt like reciting a few lines of poetry. Surely the Crown Prince of Kremnos knows.
Kremnoans steer clear of such weak literature. But
These lines express the poet's yearning for their home. Just as Akuma is
I know how to interpret poetry, Haikis.
There's no point in pretending to be profound, my friend. Thank you for helping me.
Don't compare your situation with mine. My people are still relying on me. I can't...
So, are you suggesting that you, the mighty Mightimos, and the heir to the throne of Kremnos wish...
Still thinking about what I should...
Never mind. It's probably not my... An idea does strike me, though.
Go ahead. Let's see what terrible ideas you've come...
Maybe we both need to relieve some stress. Come this time, we'll see who can stay in the super hot bath for longer.
Зашибись вы, конечно.
What? Are you chickening out?
The phrase chickening out does not exist in the Kremnoan language. I just find this situation absurd. That looks like I'll have to teach you some royal etiquette.
And thus, an unprecedented song with unparalleled resolve. The two warriors' determination even alters the very hue of the steam. Flames intertwine with scalding. Since we can't see what's happening in the competition, why? Do you recall the legend of the Gorgo lion mentioned by a certain veteran? Long before the dawn of Erechrysia, the two beasts started their for tens of thousands of years. It fixated on its rival's fleeing. It set its sights on the other's neck. It was stuck. It had nowhere to on the land of Amphorius. Some lives meet their end at dusk. Some end at last. The most scorching moment of the day.
My lords, would you like me to reduce the temperature a little?
What? You're chicken.
Get lost.
Are you asking me to get lost, or...?
Whatever.
Oh, please forgive my presumptuousness, my lords.
What a spectacle of folly.
This is what you get for daring to challenge a Kremnoan without understanding your own place.
What I'm saying is, your little game
You will personally escort back home the customers left awestruck by...
You're wearing way less.
Is this the latest trend now? Getting into the baths while
Don't look at me like that. It was he who challenged me. There is no word for flee.
Very well. Let us bring this farce to a close, shall we? Alas, the Flame Chase journey is destined to be a lengthy one.
But thanks to those two, oh, we just had quite the commotion. It's not every day we find the Marmorial Palace this...
such an empty bath. I was looking forward to unwinding after work. I'd be
How about we go to the biggest bath?
Let me check. The water temperature feels
So, how is the feeling of...
It's so good.
But Lady Treby, aren't you going to soak in the bath with us?
We will have to pass. After all, we've...
Please understand that she can no longer endure the heat of this pool due to the blessings of Yanis.
Oh,
Are you curious about us, Hyacinth?
I am, but something tells me...
Don't get all nervous. It's not something we can't discuss. The truth is, then, because of reasons, we inherited Yanis's divinity, and in return, the price we had to pay was the splitting of our soul.
Each opening of the Century Gate intensifies the strain on Treby and the others. They are
We don't know what awaits us at the end either, but anyway, that's why...
In that case, when you opened that giant sentry gate above Akama during the battle against...
Well, there's no way around it. We all know that the flame chase...
Maybe we can find a way to fix it. The primary research focus of Noosporists is this. We will do everything we can.
So your first reaction is in fact denial. Here indeed. I look forward to your good news, Hyacinth.
Now there's another reason to look forward to tomorrow.
Lady Treby,
Something's off. It's the... Wait, no. It's not... It's Trinan. Trinan is a deep...
I win this round of escorting the bathers home.
How does one contender alone make a valid competition?
Offering a compliment or two wouldn't be the end.
Haikas.
What is that word? Is that your native tongue?
It means hyena. I'm likening you to a weak hyena. By the way, you emphasize...
Though we've been acquainted for some time, I have rarely heard you talk in the ancient...
It's because I'm not exactly a master at it either. I can listen and read just fine.
You can write?
You speak as if you don't have a brain.
That was in jest. I understand. After all...
Worry about yourself first, deliverer. You also never mention.
Well, it's because there isn't much to say. Ides Elysiae is simply a tiny village that disappeared many years ago. The only times I get to see it are in my dreams. And in the trial from the Lance of Fury.
I knew it.
Yes. I saw it all. Ides Elysiae ablaze with everyone. My blood-red half-sun hung in the sky. Just like on killed Cyrene. But I saw its form this time. A black cloak, an eerie mask, and a broken giant sword that carried an ominous aura. I fought it in the trial. But even though I've been fighting, improving, and resolutely getting
You were blinded by hatred and almost lost yourself.
That's right. And that's why I am truly...
You finally picked up some manners. Better late than never.
Then what about you, Mighty? What did you...
There is no word for fear in the Kremnoan.
I'm getting the feeling that your language has no...
But to answer your question, I saw Akuma in the trial. As well as... Hephaestion, Perdiccas, Ionius. We faced life and death together during our days in exile. Those 10 years were arduous. The wind in the wilds of Amphorius smelled like rust. Hephaestion would always tease me about adding goat milk to the honey brew, claiming I ruined the blood-red color of the drink. Perdiccas was an expert in concocting medicines, delving into all those strange Ptolemy was a real bookworm, always spouting off in chapters and verses. When we left Kremnos, he made off with a stack of
This is the first time I've heard you mention these 5.
They died on the battlefield before the Kremnoan detachment managed to join up. Perdiccas was the first to go. He was shot in the stomach by a poisonous arrow from the people of
Midamos, do not mourn.
Leonius died in the 5th winter. Idonia's snowstorm lasted 3 full months.
Idonia? Is that the city Castorus used to live in?
Yes. Those zealots were as fearless as Kremnoans in the face of death. They cornered us in a bottomless swamp. Leon.
This is perfect. Mighty Most. I can finally deliver the news of
20 dusks later, we finally breached the walls of Idonia and entertained the usurper's plea for peace. However, rebels refused to surrender. Ptolemy and his cavalry met their end before they could even relish our triumph. Though...
Mighty Most, please, tell my family.
Then, it was Pacesta. You lured the enemies into the city of Aenionis with our enemies. Consumed by indignation when they discovered the trick, set the entire city and my soldiers on fire.
Mighty Most,
don the crown.
And at last, my most trusted friend, Hephaestion. He was supposed to stand by my side through it all. But suddenly, he hid his condition from me. By the time I returned victorious.
A Kremnoan dying on a sick bed. I would be...
Hephaestion, my dear friend. Spare your strength. I'll go get a physician.
No need. Even if Perdiccas were here.
No!
Mightimos. Our king. Farewell. My dear friend.
What a grave trial indeed. Now I understand why you see immortality as a defect, or even a curse.
My father threw me into the sea of souls to break the wheel of karma. But little did he realize it would grant me an immortal body and summon a fated revenge on him. Following his demise, I considered leading my people back to our homeland. Kremnos had already turned it into a waste. Against the dissent of many, Krataros included, I made the Kremnoan detachment stay in Akama. The instant of strife.
If you take over Nikodor, then you must begin the journey back to your home. So you hesitate because you think leaving your people in the holy city?
I don't know, but I have never been crowned. And those 5 were never endowed with any title.
Your predicament is truly complicated. I don't know how I can give you any useful advice. Maybe you could seek counsel from more people, such as and that teacher of yours.
Dee, we've got a big problem.
Lady Tribby, what's making you so flustered?
Hurry up and go save Trina. She got abducted by Krataros.
Чё, блин? В смысле? Что? Это
Krataros! What's going on?
Mightimos. It seems I was the one who exposed my vulnerability.
Aglaya, I demand an explanation.
This man abducted Trinan by force and forced her to bring him to the Vortex. He then brazenly stepped into the trial of the Lance of Fury, and naturally failed.
Is she telling the truth? Why did you do that?
Because I don't want to wait anymore. Your hesitation, if you want to run away from your destiny to become king, then keep running. Someone will eventually stand up and fill in the gap left by
Age has blinded you, teacher. Can't you see that I'm hesitating because of this very recklessness seared into your blood?
Krataros, do you truly believe you're worthy of entering the trial? To blaspheme against the prophecy? Does the mission we Chrysos heirs bear seem like child's play to you?
Do you know how the Kremnoans see you, Aglaya? You're a hypocrite and a megalomaniac. The prophecy of Genesis and the Flame Chase journey are just excuses for you to seize power.
Silence, Krataros.
Are you defending this woman, Mightimos? How many wars did people start because of her and her so-called prophecy? Even if this so-called Genesis really exists, will there be a place for the
Are you done talking? By agreement between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, those who trespass upon the vortex of Genesis need not Krataros. Your actions are unforgivable.
Aggie, wait! We have a proposal. Someone has... Lord Krataros did not use violence to harm us. Please, Aglaya, hear us out first.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry, Lord Krataros. We were so preoccupied with deciphering the fragments of prophecy, we wish to earn your trust and those of the Kremnoans. I think the best...
How are you going to show me something that has no form?
You've heard about that Outlander, right? He has somehow made a connection with Orynyx and can completely replicate scenes from the past. We will ask for his aid. Tomorrow, at the Abyss of Fate in the Temple of Yanisopolis.
A fair proposal.
Until then, you will be stripped of your freedom.
It is not the first time I've been made someone else's teacher. Forgive me, young master. But ever since your father died, our people and I have been waiting for a day to revive Kremnos. We placed all of
This obsession for returning home has become a sickness for our people.
You have a clear head, which is why you're also incomparably alone. If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood stain just as you did back then.
A fierce fighter. I did not expect such heroism from a feeble Acheron. Fulfill your duty as the victor. And tell me your name.
As if you have any honor! Listen closely. I am the leader of the Kremno, and I'm here to finish you, Father.
It is you, the beast spurned by all. So you did
defy. You're wrong. Death fears me. As for you, you already stand at death's door, Father. You were the one who threw me into the Sea of Souls. The one who tried in vain. Haikus! You're a weak king. So weak that even the lowliest hyena is a more noble now.
Then swing your blade. Take my crown. Coronate yourself with an old king's blood and inherit.
No. I don't want the crown. Listen. There's all I want is your life. To affect.
But the walls of Kremnos will not fall with me. Do you? You and I will now kill me. The son of Gorgo is destined to be.
Krataros. He said the Grand Craftsman Cartonus might have some suggestions. Grand Craftsman, how have you...
King of Kremno cities. That you would come, I knew.
You knew I was coming?
Your matters, I've heard. The path forward, but before that...
What's this?
A signet ring. For the King of Kremnos.
What? Mother threw it into the Sea of Soul.
A long time to fish out it took. Very fortunate.
I can hardly imagine how much patience and courage it must have taken to find such a small signet ring and...
Gratitude there is no need for. Questions you bring with you.
Fate I've always denied. It's finally by all rights, I should accept Strife's authority. It would make everyone happy. The Chrysos heirs, the Council of...
Yet hesitate still, you do.
Because of my people, be they men, women, the elderly, or children. The hearts of children of Strife would then be able to go home and embrace the old traditions. Never mind that most of them have only ever been heard in these so-called traditions and song.
This is not a good thing.
The Kremnoans have been trapped in a cycle of bloodshed for the past 1,000 years. They seek vengeance, start wars, become prosperous. And I accept that fate and become the totem of strife. That lead my people into repeating the same...
A different kind of Kremnoan, you true.
Mama! Mama! I had a
Oh. Now what did you dream about, my darling Trebios?
I had a dream that I turned into many me's! Then we made the moon into a ship and made the star.
Well, that sounds like a lovely dream.
Yeah! The ocean and the sky were really ocean wind blew us onto an island with...
Giannis's holy maidens can receive... What's wrong, Trebios?
Because on that same island, the mountain looked alive. Then there was a bang and I woke... Mama, does something that scary...
Yes. Unfortunately, it does we call it the black tide, though it has nothing to do with water.
Oh, the black tide is...
Of course, my dear. You only need to behave well and listen to what the divine Giannis, will then give you guidance and help.
Wow, I'm gonna eat a lot and study a lot. But, Mama, you said the black tide can swallow up titans too.
If that happens, then the Holy Maiden will have to be the one to guide people on the right.
Yeah!
But one person alone is not enough.
Friends? Are they also like me and Mama?
They might not, but they'll certainly be just as smart.
Mama? Am I...
Don't be silly, dear.
What?
Now be a good girl and call your friends over too. Let's play hide and seek, just like we used to, okay? My Trebios is the smartest girl.
The voice sounds so far away. I don't remember.
Your friends, who will chase the black tide away alongside you, of course.
Is this from I use the spindle to connect everyone?
There will be an amazing captain on that big ship. She's cheerful, optimistic, bold.
Wow, that's amazing!
Of course you can. But you'll find some... I think that person lives. There's a noble girl there who's very...
Just like Mama?
Perhaps. But before we find the captain...
I know! She's... Tribby! I named this doll. I don't remember it all. That chest! You can't lock me away! It's packed full. Mama, all the words are blurred out. Huh? What? It's holding a...
Many years later, many brave warriors will board this...
Ooh, I can learn how to...
Silly girl. Your Yanissopolis is...
All right.
I believe one warrior hails from a lovely village.
In that case, let Trian fight by their side. This way, they'll all eat... How could I have known the name Trian back then? Was it just a coincidence? Learning can change your destiny.
When navigating at sea, you need to know both astronomy...
Isn't Giannis's knowledge...
Oh, sweetie. The ocean isn't like the land.
All right. Even though my brain is already...
Circe also favors children who try their best. They will send...
I want to be a teacher too! Oh, wait. I'm super duper...
Why not? But if you're going to be a teacher...
And... Trinan can do it! She's well behaved and would make a great teacher. Mama and the others always said that I... But now... I can't even tell if this is...
Come, let's line them up. Now, Trebios, set them on this music box and let them compose a melody.
Music box?
Sweetheart, are you still groggy from your nap?
I... invent?
Oh, my lovely Trebi. You're usually so well, you might as well see for yourself. Put your good friends on it.
Put the dolls on. It's rotating. And I can hear something.
That's right. It's a music box. If you place the dolls in the right spots, it will start rotating. Out of all your inventions, this one is my favorite. It's all right, my child. I'll sing along to the tune, and it will. Happiness abounded in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raised their glasses. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. They declared the world too unstirring. Hence wished, thus you and I were created, with words and song to weave. Thus creation was complete. Who then will be, O great Kephali, all-knowing Father of stature so, with light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden blue converging into a boiling river that flows to the heroic heirs of this world.
What's going on?
Oh yes, please lend me your ears. In the black mist, as death and fate draw close. On the bloodied earth, the living dead, but go. What is this world? It mirrors your maze-like fate. What is this world? A silent lament without a trace. What is the past? Wandering ghosts that linger. What is the future? Souls scattered. What is the start? A voyage born in solitude. What is the end? The spirit, lonely and subdued. Lonely and subdued. And subdued. And subdued. 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 Run! Trinos, run! The black tide has arrived!
Where can I go? What's this? Why? Why are there dolls everywhere?
This is the sacrifice of a holy maid. You won't make it to the end. Only one person can.
No, it's fine if we can't reach the end. Our minds are made up.
Go. Bid your farewells, Trinos. Time is running out.
Mama, are you going to leave me?
My sweet girl. Will never remember this, Trinos. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Since your mind is made up, then traverse the black tide. I shall see you tomorrow, my dearest Trinos.
Mama! Are we...
Did you have a nightmare?
Maybe.
It's not yet the entry hour. You still have plenty. It must be that reckless Kremnoan soldier who startled Trinan. And you as well.
Aggie, cut it out with the scary...
I'm just kidding. If I were serious, I wouldn't have... Do you want to talk about the dream? Keeping it bottled up is not good for your health.
The dream itself was nothing. It's just the time...
You mean...
It's Trian. Even if we refrain from ever using the power of the Century Gate again, there isn't much time left.
Perhaps It wouldn't be such a bad idea to let her relinquish her...
You have a point, Aggie, but
I believe there's still
souls will be spent until they dissolve into dust. Once we had a whole and connected body. If that body were a tree, then its trunk and branches, which now we are fragmented into numerous selves. Despite the absence of, we can choose how our branches will perish in a way that is most beneficial to the flame chase.
Compared with saying farewell to one person, watching many fade.
But advancing is the destined end of Yanis's. Don't feel sad about saying goodbye to us.
It won't be long before I forget what's. What? Where did...
After all this talking, we're feeling a bit hungry. Plus, you remember when we first met, Aggie? You were still a little one, and we caught you secretly eating oatmeal late.
Well, my emotions might be fading. But please, let me do it.
It's fine. Leave it to us. You should rest for now. Then, see you tomorrow. Nevertheless, that nightmare is ominous. Memory just as expected. Another trip must be made into the abyss of fate.
Так, секундочку. Хочу кое-что проверить. Окей.
Long time no see, Professor Anaxa.
Who are you?
It's been a while. I'm the one who once overthrew the entire classroom in that spiritual physics lecture.
Oh, it's you.
No way. Do you really still remember that, Professor?
I remember that glib tongue of yours. What brings you here?
You could tell.
Of course. You only beat around the bush when you have a hidden agenda.
That's not true. I'm here to seek enlightenment. Could you please teach me everything you know about the black-robed swordmaster?
Rumors sure travel. Unfortunately, I too know nothing about it. I can only tell you that it is clad in a black robe and wields a greatsword and a peculiar dagger resembling a crescent moon. By the way, take this. I got it from the sneak attack.
I was right. It is this thing.
Don't try to be a hero. No one in Akuma stands a chance against that thing right now.
Is that what the Titan said as well?
Not at first. But the god relented after having had a taste of its power. That incredible power doesn't seem to be granted.
Are you suggesting that it originated?
It's...
Nonetheless, it's an enemy we must...
We? Drop the pipe dream, Phynon.
His mere presence will endanger the holy city and the flame chase.
You know that I don't believe in...
You don't believe in the so-called prophecy, I know. However, I'm here to seek your assistance, not at the request of Aglaya. I just want to eliminate a threat to the city I pledged to protect. That's all.
Take a seat. Since you are sincerely... I suppose I can tell you one more thing.
What's wrong, Trian? Nothing. Just remembering what monster in the black cloak. So scary. Don't be scared. There are no bad guys here. Didn't you say Trian threw it away? We got back safe from the grove because of you, Trian. You were the reason the flame chase journey can... Sorry. Trian feels... We're the same thing, of course. Remember? Tomorrow, we will reveal the prophecy's past to First, we need to restore the memories that have been blurred by the fragmentation. Since Yanis caused the fragmentation, we can only turn to another. Also, remember to get breakfast ready for Aggie before.
Oh, yes! Trian remembers now.
Oh, on that note, we had better prepare some saffron. Ah, it's an essential offering for rituals in the Temple of the Three Fates. Yes, it's also a symbol of Yanisop. And when we first met Aggie, we added that to the porridge.
I see. It's like killing 3 birds with one
But it all depends on whether Orynyx is willing to help. After all, it was us who took the core flame from Yan. We will have to give it a try. If there's in our current state, we probably can't do anything to
Leave it to Trian. Trian knows how to play cute.
In any case, let's look for saffron first. I hope there's. I remember that aged saffron is preserved in soup. Let's be on the lookout as we go.
It's a dead end ahead. Turn back, teacher.
What? Aggie? No, it's an illusion.
Wow, this room is huge.
Trinan, did you? Yeah, I saw it. Was that...
What are you two whispering about? Tribby?
Trian can't even hear our own telecommunication.
Well, never mind. Trian suddenly feels like this place is quite familiar. Oh, there's a whiff of safari in this room. It's right over there. Over here! Follow Trian!
Trian, slow down!
Even if separation is our fate, a futile death is not the solution.
It appeared again.
Right here! I summon thee. Orynyx! Stir up ripples of...
Something's appeared. Wait, we should... Wait, this is a letter. Isn't that... Never mind that for now. Why is this letter? Could it be? Is it possible that we were already noticed by Orynyx and... But why haven't they said a word? Orynyx has the whims of a child. Perhaps...
Come on, this isn't the right time to be playing games.
Separation and death are 2 sides of the same coin. Reconciliation doesn't come easily for a mortal.
Are these visions also fragments of the past?
Tribby! Trinan! Look what I found! Is this the safari? Coming! We'll
But what? It was written. There's really nothing here.
I swear! Trian is telling the truth! Trinan, Tribby, why aren't you saying anything?
Trian can't see. We were just lost in our thought. What you saw was likely, Yanna's hair.
Okay.
Could Orynyx be trying to make us falter? But something feels off. Tribby, what do you mean? It might just be... Is Orynyx really putting us through a trial?
Still no luck finding any safari.
I suppose we can do without it. Let's try to convince Orynyx. At least they didn't toss us out straight away.
Whoa! Tribby, Trinan, look at this! So cool! Swordmaster. Do all Titans live in dark places like this? What's going on? Oryx disappeared?
Are you saying that the black-robed swordmaster is not just tied to the black tide?
This is the most plausible possibility. First, it has a vessel that can hold core flames. Let's start with the first premise. Its peculiar ceremonial blade can interact with a core flame, as evidenced by the pull I felt when it stabbed it. The second premise is even more explicit. When it was engaged...
So it's... But if your argument holds up...
Not necessarily. Let's call that person the Flame Reaper. The first target is me. The second target is Oryx, who hasn't yet fallen. And the third, but I suspect Akuma won't be their first target. Kefali's core flame is guarded by the Council of Elders' arcane power.
What about Thanatos and Aquila? Their core flames are yet to be restored?
The whereabouts of Thanatos remain a mystery to all. As can you fly?
No, I can't.
Can that Swordmaster fly?
Good point. But what if he does grow wings?
If they had wings, I wouldn't have made it out of the grove alive.
That's a relief. Anyway, since the Flame Reaver has 2 targets, we need...
With the distances between Akuma, the grove, and these potential...
Oryx! Are you in here? No response at all. Did they foresee that we were coming and hide in the fog? Or... Tribby, we should leave. This temple has other people in it. What? Oh. Listen, footsteps. Fast ones. 3 or 4 people coming this way. Come on, we need to hide. Whoever they are, we can't let them see. Tribby, Trinan, come check this out. What's this? Trian feels like...
Зашибись.
Where? Little Gray? Snowy? Wait.
We only saw the 2 of you collapsed on the side of the road when we...
Danny and I looked around, but we couldn't find any traces of Lady Tree.
What about the black-robed swordman?
Blast it! Of course we were still too late. I fear something bad has happened.
Then Lady Trian...
She doesn't have much divine power left.
That you're both safe is all... Everyone, we must take action now. We should split into 2 groups. One group will stay in the abyss, and the other group will come with me to pursue the black... I didn't get to tell you this before, but Anaxa and I'll tell you the details as we move. Opportunities...
Lord Finan! Lady Tribby and Lady Trinan.
Did Aglaya's people get here?
Yes. Lady Aglaya already knows about the situation and sent along a message. Finan, I understand that Swordmaster is of great importance to you. But if you charge in without a plan, I fear...
I understand. Hatred is a hero's deadliest poison. I have no intention of fighting alone. If I have indeed planned to return to the Holy City and discover...
Renan will stay in the Abyss too. That way, both sides...
Thank you, everyone. Partner, Tribby, let's go. We're back, Aglaya.
You should have come to me first, Finan.
Aggie, there's no need to scold Snowy. Akuma is...
I know. It's beyond my imagination that the only two type... Finan, tell us your plan.
This being is not just hunting titans, but
Yes, just like the Flame Chase journey is doing. Professor Anaxa thinks the Flame Reaver's arrival...
Regardless of whether you're right, this being is still far more aggressive than we expected.
But its madness is also an opportunity for us. If its goal is the core flame, then that means us humans can lure it into a trap. Anaxa had already left the Holy City with Circe's core flame while we were on a...
Tell me, what makes you think this won't...
Because this time, the power from beyond the sky is also at a... He is the key. We need your other companion.
Ma'am, do you mean...
I see. Finan, that is it, Castrum Crimnos?
Yes, I'm sure everyone remembers the astonishing... That will be the key to our victory. We will use Orynyx's power to once again open a passage to the past and lure our... Then, we'll seal the Flame Reaver in the maze of time.
Impressive. Orynyx has fallen, and Yanis's divine power... It's very clever, using the element of surprise. And can you do it, little one? Such enthusiasm. I'm glad. By the way, the Council of Elders declared a state of emergency when Tribby went missing. Kynus and her following have heard tell of the incident at the Grove.
What are they plotting?
That short-sighted politician likely believes the Chrysos heirs have outlived their usefulness and is making preparations for her, but that's a problem for another day. I've sent Castor as Finan. It is my hope that we can come to an understanding on...
Of course. You may count on...
I apologize for tasking you to spearhead the plan once again, but the situation brooks no delay, and we have precious little time to confer and discuss the plan with you.
I may not be as masterful as Trian when it comes to this century.
As for whether we can take back the core...
Based on what I know of him...
We are grateful to you for your aid, and to the rest of you as well. Now, may carefully sharpen our gaze and grant us victory over the enemy.
You mean Mighty? He's... Don't worry. That man would never miss out on this fight.
Farewell, my dear friend.
You and I, we're both the same.
If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once.
I knew you'd be here.
I heard you're about to set off on an expedition.
That's right. It's going to be a tough battle, and our destination is...
Is that why you're here? To pray to the dead Nikador?
No, just the opposite. I'm here to tell you, you can entrust the front lines to us this time. You can't afford to lose...
Have you heard the story of Geocles the Mountain Breaker?
Sounds like you've spoken with Cartonus. That's the name of the legendary mountain dweller.
Let's have a chat before we go our separate ways. Cartonus told me that back in ancient times, the mountain dwellers lived in seclusion, but Geocles was different. He resisted their traditional way of life, yearning for the world beyond the mountain.
He sounds a lot like you.
Yes, that is why he too faced the same dilemma as I do. One day, during one of Geocles' many ventures, the Ladonians were at war with their arch-enemies, the Companions, and they used the mountain as a base to carry out guerrilla warfare operations. When Geocles, Ladonians were planning to plant mines and explosives all over the mountain, and then lure their enemies within. With danger lurking with every step, the mountain dwellers' homes were no longer safe.
Let me guess. They refused change and chose to put up with...
That's right. The mountain dwellers were fearful of even the smallest change to their lifestyle, let alone leaving their home. Despite the imminent war, the elders would rather negotiate for peace instead of leaving. They didn't give up. If you were in his shoes...
Lead my people on a resistance, perhaps. I'm not sure. I can't think of a solution that...
Solution that would make everyone happy, huh? That's how naive we are. Well, he took the mountain dweller's store of gemstones, and traded them with the Ladonians for a massive amount of gunpowder. But he didn't do this to fight the Companions. That great fire marked the beginning of mountain dweller history. Since then, their people became part of civilization.
But leaving their homeland also brought many mountain dwellers misfortune.
They were hunted by Kremnoans or enslaved. Indeed, that is Geocles for you. The merits of his actions... It's simply because he took action and enacted change with his own hands. He didn't try to make everyone understand. He started a great fire and burned the shackles of tradition to ashes.
You've made up your mind, haven't you?
I'll be leaving Akama soon to fight the great darkness of this world. And to shoulder Nikador. So, listen well. If there comes a day when we meet again on the battlefield, I stand. Remember to stab your sword into my back through my 10th thoracic vertebra. That's my weak spot.
You have my word.
Go now. Battlefield calls. Send that flame thief. If you find yourselves with no other recourse, pray to that blade in the sky. Loudly call out the name of the new
god. That's the sound of an all-out war. Not the kind of ruckus, Professor. Let's hurry. The battlefield is just ahead.
Лично я отлучусь.
No way. A Kremnoan? I didn't think she'd manage to send the Kremnoans to assist. Brave warrior.
And Ackerman, why are you here?
What? Didn't Aglaia tell you? We have been instructed to assist you.
Goliath, that vile usurper. Our king will be back soon. He'll be able to deal with you.
That Kremnoans really are just rest in peace. May your glory last. Did they come to fight on their own accord?
I can still fight. You must become king.
We're almost there.
Once we take back the core flame, Yanis's passage will open. When that happens, you must evacuate. The rest will be up.
Remember what Mighty said before? Cast aside.
Let's go, partner. Today?
Finally!
Pent in the memories of the dead! Executioner!
You sure know how to keep a man waiting. Any later, and I fear the Titan would have sacrificed me.
Frail child of humanity, 'tis more effort keeping you hale and whole against that blade than it is in seeking the truth of the world.
Ready for another?
Lend me your strength. Free will, I weep for the departed. It takes not far.
At long last.
Century Gate, open!
How embarrassing.
You didn't come down from the sky?
The city is mine anyway. So why shouldn't I go through the front door? Minion of the Black Tide, I, King of the Kremnoan Legion, will be your opponent today.
Long time no see, Mikado. Lend me your strength. Another journey begins.
Don't come any closer!
Be your devil. I'll crush them all.
Destined for oblivion.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack!
I weep for the departed. It takes not far.
It's time to end this.
Heed my call! I am the Lance of Fury. The agony this world needs!
Kronos.
Look! The warriors have returned!
But are the rumors true? Has Ornyx fallen?
It's as the Council of Elders said. We face a dangerous threat.
They really gave the core flame of strife to a Kremnoan.
What a noisy crowd.
This, doesn't...
It's probably because Ornyx is gone. Ornyx was a generous titan in the eyes of the people. They graced us with miracles, allowing humanity to reap.
What they don't know is that the Titan, regardless, the Titan has fallen. And we must...
A meeting with that woman again so soon?
Professor Anaxa, what matters that require Aglaya's attention are piling up. You two meeting again, just try to stay on your best behavior.
That's not up to me, I'm afraid. I've been trapped in her prison the moment I set foot in this holy city. The price of having a Titan living in my head, I suppose. Don't worry, I don't want trouble.
They have differences in... Alright, I suppose that's putting it lightly. Don't worry, you'll figure out the intricacies of these relationships.
I'm sure you don't need my help handling Ornyx's core flame. So I'll be off. I have...
It somehow feels like D has closed himself off even...
Yeah, a lot has happened in the past few... You've been lost in thought for a while now too, Tribby.
Yes. She was at the bottom of the valley.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. They also... He was no better than a corpse when Trinan and Hyacinth arrived. He had suffered more cuts than could be counted and leaped off a cliff.
What a brave soul.
Yes, it's Krateros.
Stop! If you want this girl dead, you'll have to kill me first.
How ludicrous. Your body made of flesh and...
Better to die in battle than return even in glory.
She's lost her divinity. But answer me this, child of strife. Why?
As the leader of the God Shield Brigade's elite, I protected the king against the Black Tide with this very shield. And I've done this over a pathetic killer like you could never understand them.
Pity and crumble like rusted iron.
Good! Supreme glory shall be mine as I indulge in the light. Come! Let us fight for Amphorius!
We foresaw this cruel parting 1,000 years ago. Today is but a reminder.
But Lady Aglaya, I don't understand. Why does she look like she really turned into a doll?
Don't be sad, Hyacinth. Trian has used up her borrowed time from Yanis, that's all. Her spirit is now riding the west wind, flying ahead to
If a world like that, does that mean everyone from the Grove?
It exists, Hyacinth. Do you not remember? The prophecy that guides the Chrysos heir, that loves all of its creations dearly, and would never bear to lead us as... What about the Kremnoan veteran? How is he doing?
The Twilight Courtyard has done all we can. Even so, I had to use the Sky Priest's techniques to help him to walk again. But if light ever disappears from Akama for good,
parting hour is upon us. Yet the golden thread runs slack. The heroes have returned with their spoils. Everyone, please take this opportunity to rest. And you've returned unscathed and brought tidings of triumph. Truly a moment worthy of celebration.
It's incredible to think that we returned Nikador's core flame not so long ago.
You could say this is the true face of history. It slumbered for 1,000 years, only to awaken for... I do not see a Naxa around. Was this
Yes. It just seems much more efficient than letting you...
A rash decision. After all, he still bears a... I do concur with your assessment of efficiency, though. Now, let us table the issue concerning... The Chrysos heirs had initially crafted a plan regarding the order to return the core flames. For titans like Orynyx and Circes, who harbor no intention, but this unforeseen turn of events has thrown everything in...
If we don't return the core flames to the vortex of Genesis, and we leave the Titan's divine positions vacant, we can't even begin to imagine the disaster that would follow. But the most pressing issue at hand is that we haven't found the Chrysos heir capable...
Finan, Castrus, Mighty, and Hyacinth. Tribbi and I devoted a millennium scouring the world. Only a chosen few possess the capacity to assume divinity. The elite among the Chrysos heirs. Yet, we cannot compel anyone into divinity, as it would be no different.
Truly a dilemma.
Yeah. How about letting him give it a try? Mem special mem.
I see the Reaper has forsaken you too, teacher.
It simply put my life in the hand. That priest girl's medical talents are truly exceptional. She might, but this isn't about me, Mighty Mos. I saw it.
Power of strife is stirring a tempest within me as we speak. My bones have turned into steel. My blood is seething in a blaze. I've made history, and henceforth divinity.
Indeed. You've realized the aspirations of every form, and now you can at last bring our people.
Unfortunately.
What? What do you mean by...
Over 2 millennia past, devotees of Nikador's might banded together beneath their feet and erected a city of their own. Ever since then, Kremnoans yet, gazing upon our history through the lens of my newfound divinity. This history is sheer absurdity and inferiority. People surge onto the city and the beliefs that Kremnoans hold so dearly, alongside the supposed tradition. Mere anthills that could be crushed.
You! Are you trying to strip Kremnoans of the pride we've amassed?
That pride holds little significance, Krataros. Now that I've assumed that it will be to renounce the title of king.
No. No!
Convey my message to every Kremnoan. This is...
Do not do this, Mighty Mos. I beg you.
Our history commenced in the year 2506 of the Light Calendar, concluded in the year 4931. I, Mighty Mos, last king of Castrum Kremnos, son of Gorg. The Kremnoan dynasty comes to an official close today.
You have killed us. You have killed us all.
No. I am granting you a new beginning.
What is
my mother's signet ring? It served as a symbol of kingship. And I take it and rally those who have lost their identities. Convey the words of Mightimos. You no longer need to chase fleeting honors or face death on the battlefield as if it were your sole destination. A cruel fate awaits Amphorius. No matter how illustrious yet, you shall tread the only path out.
Why task me with being your messenger? Why not explain all?
Because only humans can guide the path to be trodden by humans. It's not the lot of humans who stand ready to raise their shield.
I failed to save that child.
That is irrelevant. As demigods, what truly matters is that you showed up there.
The one who persuaded Aglaya to set me free that night.
Yes.
She's not one to easily make a concession.
I staked my mother's name to guarantee the integrity of your soul to her. I promised her that I would dedicate all I have to the flame chase journey.
And what is next, Mightimos? Where will you be headed now?
To the place where I belong. To fulfill the madness that has plagued Nikador and the darkness that has consumed Amphorius. It's now my turn to fight again. There are some people to meet with before I leave. Let's go.
You're here, Mightimos. It seems that you are prepared.
Yes.
You aided Akuma through yet another trying ordeal. And my gratitude knows no bounds.
Isn't that exactly what you wanted?
Not everything unfolds according to my plan. In the current state of the world, you are ready to dedicate all that you have, regardless of the...
Throughout my time in the Holy City...
And what is it?
It's the magnetic allure in your presence. They strive not to disappoint you, not due to fear of repercussions. That is precisely what every ruler of Castrum Kremnos has been missing.
I am truly honored to hear that. And now, Mightimos, you have risen as the most powerful demigod.
I shall see Nikador's aborted mission through to completion and become the strongest bulwark for Amphorius. I will secure enough time for the flame chase journey until you manage to lead every...
Mightimos, a new chapter awaits Amphorius.
Huh. What did you see after assuming Nestia's divinity?
Despite the passage of 1,000 years, every word of that prophecy remains as you shall have your final bath in warm...
Just as
What's the reason for the laughter?
I was just thinking, if an ordinary person encountered these words...
But I cannot forgo the delightful So, I assume...
One day, you shall die with a wound in your back.
Well, that is a rather straight...
If I were to be terrified by drivel with no basis, I would not have attracted your gaze and joined the flame chase journey.
You speak the truth. May you be destined for a powerful fate. Farewell, mighty.
Блять, куда, что, где? Куда? Опять чё? Да.
Is Lady Trebios not here?
Lord Mighty!
Hyacinth. So you are the physician Krateros spoke of. It's no wonder then that he was...
I can take that.
I've heard about what happened at the Grove.
I've heard far too much about death and grief recently. To quote,
That's a valid point.
well, I must say, it feels quite incredible.
You should prepare yourself as well. Humanity has already taken hold of strife. And one day, it will...
Do you really believe I can do it? Even my aunt...
Given your good rapport with the demigods, you should know that the path to
You've always been so perceptive, Lord Mighty. Right. You are here looking for Lady Tribby and Lady Trina, no?
No need. I've already bid farewell to Aglaya. Meeting with the Oracle.
You've bid farewell.
I'm heading back to Castrum Kremnos to fight against the Black Tide. In all likelihood,
Oh,
on second thought,
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty.
tell them that there is no longer a need to send scouts behind enemy lines. With a single message, the Lance of Fury will target anyone.
Lord Mighty,
I'll be embracing my destiny before you do.
can you feel Thanatos?
I don't feel them at all. You have been painstakingly seeking that Titan for so long. Have you ever considered reaching out?
You mean...
Death refused to ferry me. If you were to send me to the Netherrealm, I may uncover clues along the way.
I would never do that, Lord Mighty. Death is not a...
You're right. That may very...
So, are you returning home alone?
Returning home, you say? Maybe. Work harder, Castorus. Go and do what you have to do, so that the
I will, Lord Mighty. May we reunite on the other side, where the war...
The King of Kremnos, without the signet ring.
I'm no longer the king.
Matters not the title. Surpassed all...
I will honor your trust, and liberate the world from the clutches. Nevertheless, I must request that you continue to watch over Phynon, Cartonis. I have...
Keep Phynon in mind, I will. Together with everyone, I shall...
Outlanders? No. Trailblazers. If all goes according to plan, this may be our final meeting. That means a lot to me. May success accompany your... How about you let me guess what's on? Are you thinking about saying? Now that I bear the divine within me, I can get the vague feeling that, with this departure, fear that I will never again return. Can I entrust you? You have my gratitude. Yes.
Вот они, блядь. Слева направо. Я тоже люблю.
Well, feels peculiar, I suppose, but this one, it's pretty. I wish the same for you during your time in Anfu.
The prince is here! Run!
Блин.
Hold on! Lord Mightimos isn't the prince anymore.
What's going on?
We salute the Guardian of Amphorius.
We salute you.
Farewell, Savior of Kremnos.
It's been a while.
I should have.
Hey, don't go pointing fingers. See those kids over there? They're the ones who Were you seriously just going to sneak off without a word with me?
Well, I was actually.
Oh, we better not leave them waiting too long.
The road to Castrum Kremnos from here. Perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea. I think I see more than just the Kremnoans here.
I'm thinking maybe it's about time the god of strife gets a new name. How about the god of solidarity or preservation? Dong Han mentioned. All right, it's about time for us to part ways. Any final goodbyes you want to share? This might. Why so quiet? I thought divinity.
Do you truly feel as carefree as you seem?
You know what? You sound just like a but you're not off the mark.
I can see through your deception, even without the power.
Well, with that said, thank you.
No need. This triumph brings no delight, nor does it sing.
Indeed. In the end, I still haven't unraveled the mystery. Maybe I've never managed to cut off my destiny.
But that matters not. Pain may be cured, but scars remain. Can you genuinely let go of everything as soon as that swordmaster is dead? That's impossible. Revenge is merely an
You're right.
Look forward. Chew up and swallow your past. And make sure emptiness. Remember that there is a whole world behind you.
I will keep.
I have a final favor to ask. They will undoubtedly face challenges while assimilating into Akuma.
Do not worry. And, while I'm at it, I'm going to find out if the Kremnoan like.
The Kremno, but if there's a chance in the next life, you should come visit my. I'll be on my way, Deliverer. Remember to stay alive till the final act.
Yes. Same goes for you. May triumph always be yours, Mightimos.
Oh, right. One last question.
Go ahead. You better not leave any regrets behind.
Are you the one who told Cartonis about the signet ring?
Well... who knows?
That.
Get up, my son. Yes, Mother. Mother, there's something... What is it, Midamos? Why must we learn to fight? It is for glory and honor, my son. For Kremnoans. Is that really
the way it is?
What makes you say so?
Because you don't sound entirely sure.
You're right, Midamos. I once believed those words, without question. It was at that moment I realized how I no longer put my faith in any oath, that of your mother, Midamos.
That dream always ends there. Krateros said that shortly after my fall into the sea. Yet each night she would show up, waiting, but now, and now. It is time for this journey to reach its end.
Look! Midamos is back!
Glory belongs to you! We've got fresh pomegranate juice.
Welcome
Want to try
back.
some? We meet again. Say, come and check out what I just wrote.
Midamos! Did you just come back from training?
It's been a while.
Beat you at the festival. Welcome home, Midamos. Have you found something?
The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood! The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood!
Mother, I'm home.
We smell sunlight and the wind of Akama. This was your favorite spot, wasn't it, Trian?
Lady Trian. Why did...
Take it easy, Cass. Departure is a part of life. It's just... When we started our journey, Yanis had already provided their prophecy. Just like how that Titan, it's only natural for us to follow the same path since we inherited their destiny.
If you don't mind, Tribby, are you still willing to unveil that past for us? The past...
What do you seek to learn, Snowy?
Midamos has left the city to face his own fate. That is the fate of every demigod. We will all eventually let go of our... So, what I want to know is, as Amphorius' first demi, and what has sustained you to make it this far without looking back? Despite the fracturing of your body.
All right.
Teacher, are you sure about this?
Dee is already doing what he has to do. What reason do we have to keep it from them? Let's go to the abyss of fate and see how it... Then we will leave it to you. Trinan, would you mind?
Tribby, are you not coming with us?
I want to stay here with Trian for a bit longer.
I see. We'll be...
Since you have made your decision, then see you later, teacher.
Cass, are you not going with them?
No. I'd prefer to... She hated being alone.
What's this?
A little gift that I had hoped to deliver to her personally.
Oh. So, you saw...
Yes. I figured Lady Trian would...
Cass... You know, I recognized it immediately that day.
Then why...
It's just that... Trian had forgotten. She forgot that this glass object meant something unfortunate, according...
I'm sorry, Lady Trian.
No need to apologize, Cass. At that time, I simply didn't want her to be trapped by her, but now...
All shall bid farewell to one. And that while you and I have long accepted this absurd fate, they remain for teacher. Don't let the weight of that...
But it would be even more cruel if we allow them. They will eventually need to know the truth. This, to me, feels...
So, this is how the temple...
At this point, Yanissopolis still resides under Aquila's protection.
Is it because Amphorius has entered...
Yes. Strife remains distant from this part.
Then...
Right over there.
Why does she look... somewhat...
It's because we don't quite recall how we used...
Oh, my apologies.
Please don't. We should be the one. It's time to witness our last conversation with Orynyx. You're here, Orynyx. This is our memory. So your senses are also aligned with... False prophecy, huh? So you still think... But the black tide has already arrived, and Yanis remains in slumber. Those chosen by fate would never have their family. And how can I alone remain safe and secure? Well... This might be our last
The... family, she...
It's our mother. She fell from the spot into the It was during a grand ceremony held to seek Yanis's guidance. But things took an unexpected turn.
Did something go wrong with...
Yes, but those two occurrences on that frosty night with treachery abound. Let's keep up with her. This story.
That thing ahead.
It's the altar of Talantin. But that's not our destination. We're heading to the left.
This place used to be passable.
Life is a puzzle in and of itself.
I never thought there would be such a hidden space in the abyss. Is this Giannis's maze that Trinon...
Not only that, it also serves as a lock. Our child...
This is the largest puzzle I've ever laid eyes on. And it even acts as a door lock.
Just follow the designated path and let the stone ball fall into the pool twice.
Seems pretty straightforward. Even Mighty might be able to complete it in a single... That's not talking smack. Mighty. Enough with the talking. Let's just get started.
Impressive. You too have the makings of a high priest now.
Getting that stone ball to the endpoint looks pretty tough. My hands are shaking just from looking at it. The secret door is open.
Go inside, and you'll see the place where we grew up.
You grew up...
By the time we were born, the role of the Holy Maiden had already diminished to maintain appearances. Those in authority...
Even so, I still find...
20 years can go by in no time.
Trinon, for most people, 20 years...
Right. Becoming changes how one lives through time. It's hard to believe it's been so long. Your power is exceptional, little Gray. Let's explore the room a bit.
There are so many boxes here.
These should be our belongings.
A red glass fragment?
We were still very young the first time we saw it. Mother came back with a beautiful glass piece. It looked so sparkly that we couldn't resist playing with it, but we ended up breaking it. But it wasn't until we were older that we learned in Yanissopolis, if someone gloriously died on the day Mother returned with the glass, her friend later, on the eve of the ritual. Let's move on to the bedroom.
It's Tribbios.
Just as expected. It's time to get going after all. Mama, are you going to that ritual tomorrow?
That's right, my sweet girl.
I wish I could go too. I have something to add.
Oh.
I want to know how to chase the black tide away.
Ah, I see. Unfortunately, if you want me to consult the Titan on your behalf, you'll have...
What is it?
Be a good girl and go to sleep now. And just sleep through the night until morning comes. Until the next time Aquila opens...
That's it? Of course I can! Trebios is the most... But...
Because...
How long?
Tomorrow, my sweet child. If not tomorrow, then the next tomorrow. If not, that means the ritual has succeeded. It means I found a way to chase away the black tide and reach the new world on the other. But I'll be waiting for you there. As long as you stay brave, it's the end of the west wind. The black tides in the rosy horizon, you'll see.
Wow, that's... Oh, I know! I'll turn the moon into a...
As long as you sail toward tomorrow, our wishes will come true together.
If the final murmurs of the Titan are true, if such a place really exists on the shore beyond the black tide, then our promise still stands. Please, wait.
After those 10 years of darkness, when Aqua we finally set off.
Where did she go?
This way. Now.
But how? With Yanis's...
No, we hadn't acquired the...
So, this obstacle...
Yes, the answer is right on the shelf.
It's a secret passage.
It was a secret passage prepared by the Holy Maiden's supporters for Mother and me as a precaution. And now, it is turned into our passage to escape, just as anticipated.
The temple was...
no surprise at all. Some people caught while others were willing to clear the way.
I can't move it. I can't... Time Titan? Is that you?
Just like this. Regardless of our actions, the past will remain unchanged. We don't remember the details. It's closer to the...
The passage is now cleared. Ornaments. Thank you, nameless god.
Whoa! It looked...
Relax.
All these people, they're just civilians.
Mostly, but it might not be the case.
Hey, little ones. How did you...
Shh! Please keep it down. I heard there's a lovely holy maiden living in the temple. And I want to meet... I couldn't stop her, so I had to think of a way...
Oh, really? I was here
here to meet the Holy Maiden as well.
Huh? What a bummer.
It's getting late. We couldn't go home now, okay?
Okay then. We'll come back next time.
By the way they are dressed, the siblings look like civilians living outside the temple. Mother mentioned that when she was a holy maiden, stealing from the temple was punishable by death. But that poor girl, perhaps these two children are the descendants.
Ah, Lady Maiden. Lady Maiden, you need to dress warmer. It's pretty cold out.
No need to trouble yourself. I'm...
All right, but please take care of yourself. It's been a while since I last saw you. Oh, here, have some of my sweet pastries. She used to enjoy them. What's wrong, Lady Maiden?
I'm fine.
This lady is Mother's old friend. When we were little, we've always remembered the familiar taste. And only now do we learn where it came from.
Apologies, Lady Maiden, but the Yanis Vault is under maintenance today.
Perfect. That way, no one will disturb me while I'm...
All right then.
The Yanis Vault?
It's where Yanis's heart lies, and the core flame is kept. It's also the place.
Trebios. What does that name actually mean?
The one with 3 lives. Mother believed our birth was blessed by the 3 titans of fate. She named us thus to express her gratitude. Looking at how things have unfolded, fate might have had a role in it.
Stream forth, the gleam of old.
Finally, the Yanis Vault is right ahead.
I knew there was some sanity left in you, Yanis. No, Yanis. I've come here to take... By the blood of the Lamb and the strength of my blade-wielding right hand, I am Trebios, the listener, the announcer, and the witness of... I, the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis, the walker of the infinite paths, have come forth to assume your duty. Just as I wished. This journey promises to be a long one. No matter. My hands are not made for bearing arms. But my feet are... Without a doubt, Titan. Let the prophecy shatter me, so that I may open a myriad of paths for this imperiled world.
I understand, Yanis. Thank you. Mother, did you see that? I have assumed we will step over the gods' corpses, and thus we shall sweep apart, and may we follow the myriad paths trodden. And Mother,
Who dares lay hands on the core flame? Drop your weapon.
I knew this would come.
It's opening up. Move aside and get ready.
The Holy Maiden? What's happening here? Lady Maiden, where's the thief?
Look at what she's holding, you buffoon! She is the thief! Take your positions and ready your arms! We're taking back the...
Bring it on!
What?
Come forth, loyal guards. At least do it properly. This is your last chance. If anyone wants to earn a promotion, I'm right here. You all know, however, if there's still any loyalty with otherwise, by the decree of the Holy City's
Captain!
Do it. If any of you want to get rich, then come with me. Take this traitor's head and wealth will be...
You can't just stand by and do nothing. Let's move, partner.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Destiny for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
House? Could the Titan actually...
That woman is a traitor!
Let's keep up.
The path is opening up for me. Oh, Yanis, protect me.
The Titan is on her side.
Ах вы суки, блядь.
The main path is likely well guarded.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Lend me your strength.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Traitors over there! Just as I thought. Inside! There are guards here too. Don't alert them. At long last. A creature of the Holy City Guards, but I'm already so close!
This should be the last fight. We have to help her get through.
But I don't get it. This has been... Who has been aiding Trebios in her escape? While history might be blurred by memories, seeing how the whole city is hunting her down, if she pulled it off alone.
Trebios had been on her own since she entered the vault, but what did we truly mean to her? You'll find that answer at the end.
In that case, let's focus on the mission at hand now.
Lend me your strength.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
This is where my journey begins. God of passages. Can you see me? No response after all. I can't stay here much longer.
Well, look.
Not the question that has been puzzling you. She's about to reveal the answer.
But nothing happened. What was making her or you, if she had known this flame-chased journey would proceed as the time, would she still have chosen to walk through?
I think the answer is already within you. And you've made your own decision.
What? You can...
Not really. She can neither see nor hear. She knew that one day, someone would... We can never know for sure who helped us back then. But that kindness was forever engraved in our hearts. It's a letter written by Trebios of the past and sent to her future self. In this memory...
Yes. You'll remember it all. And here, I will set sail here. You have traveled. Such is the maxim that unveils Trebios' fate. You shall so. If you ever feel lost, return to this place.
Worry not. The loss is something we've grown used to. Each one of us has never failed. Losses are a constant. The hot blood of the sacrificial lamb will not...
The libations poured are guaranteed to bear fruit.
Surmount the myriad passages of Yanis,
and ride the west wind, and let the wind...
So...
That's right. In the name of the three fates, I stand by my answer with now. I run towards the world's agony. If I can truly pierce through the utter dark,
you will meet again at the end of the west wind,
where flowers bloom.
Lady Tribby, do you that everything will be fine tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what Trianne would say as well.
With all due respect, Lady Tribby, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
Cass, that's see you tomorrow is the greatest
prophecy.
Listen, in every corner of this land, every heartbeat carries a... It may be that only a few heroes will bring tomorrow to the new world, but the prophecy of leading everyone to tomorrow belongs to all in Amphoria.
But not everyone has the chance to see tomorrow. How?
Because people believe it will come true, and they are trying... Even as the world teeters on the brink of collapse, everyone is pressing, and that is why a holy maiden exists to lead the world toward tomorrow. Fate is not about the outcome, but the journey. It's not, but rather the paths that lead beyond the gate, where people tread. So, Cass, if anything is troubling you, just set it aside for tomorrow. There's no difference between demigods and mortals. The troubles we encounter can only be resolved. Reflect through the long night. Wait for the dawn as you think, and set off at daybreak. The hesitant part of us will be left behind in the dark, while the determined side of us, because that's how Tribios has journeyed so far to spread the prophecy. Beckoning the morning sun, and we will now continue the journey and face our destiny. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity, and thus we shall sweep apart Amphorius' pitch-dark fog. And at the end, all will reach that silver-white shoal, that end of the journey, that new world and new tomorrow. It is a haven free from storms, cold, and heavy rains. No sorrow can linger there. We've made a promise to meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. See you tomorrow, Brienne. See you tomorrow!
Child of humanity, surely you are not waiting for the arrival of night.
Nights do not fall upon Akama.
That's why it's futile for you to...
Honestly, I didn't expect the renowned reason to...
And that's all thanks to you. If your soul weren't as prickly as a hedgehog, I wouldn't have to ask. If you were more accommodating, you wouldn't be opposing me all the time. And
It was you who insisted on implanting the core flame in me. Forget it.
Fine, fine. There's not much left in your soul. If you don't do something soon...
If I'm not worried, why should you be? I know what you're planning. You just want my... What exactly are we?
It's good that you remember. Thus...
Then rest easy. The answer will soon be revealed. Certainly. I initially thought this extremely frail state would hinder me from getting... But I didn't expect the answer to be right within it. That saved me a lot of trouble.
That's certainly worth celebrating.
Regrettably, I can't carry out the...
The girl who's walking with death. Is she fully prepared?
Be patient, Titan. If we're always so guarded, how can death reach us easily?
Unfortunately, on behalf of Okima, I must ask you...
I forgot about you. My apologies.
A child's words are always carefree. I'll just dismiss these words as nonsense from it. Come now, conceited performer. It's time to address your relationship with that Titan.
What if I refuse?
Provocation will only tip Talantan's scales further toward your demise. There's no need to...
Oh, monster neither human nor divine. Don't forget that you won't dare kill me. What else can you use to stand against the Council?
Do you two mind if I cut in?
I warned you. Do not...
I just have been meaning to ask.
What do you mean?
What I mean is, before I implanted the core flame into your heart, you were already a silent, cold...
so, some people arrived, and some we have long been prepared. No one back then could foresee death. Its arrival would always be so sudden and so momentous. Even little Gray, coming from beyond the sky, could not escape the was far heavier than just like the destiny that the prophets at the end of the sea of flowers. And after an embrace, there shall be
Окей. Сюжетка закончилась, да? Ну это, блядь, плохо. Никогда делать и не буду. Сюжетка закончилась. Окей. Ну что ж, будем заканчивать. В принципе, сюжет нормальный. Ну, скорее всего, я, конечно, буду ждать 3.2. Потому что люди, ну, как сказать, в ливах там и всякое такое уже, типа, есть 3.2, там что будет, типа, ну, на персонажей. 3.2 все-таки будет к истории, скорее всего. Ну, по крайней мере, блядь, уже есть тесты там и так далее. Так что жду к историю, буду ее убивать, потому что мне она, в принципе, понравилась. Так что, да. Так что увидимся, скорее всего. Я не знаю, когда увидимся. Я все-таки хочу побыстрее, чтобы прошли эти дни. Потому что я хочу все-таки выбить к историю. Прикольно выглядит, да и по сюжету, да и по лору, в принципе, прикольно. Так что, ну, где-нибудь увидимся. Всем пока-пока.